What's going on, guys? Tony here with Edge Elite Knife Review. Coming at you, first review of 2019, guys. And as you can see, we have a different venue. I got a dedicated workstation to my knives, so I have a spot to, work on them, modify them, or, whatever I want to do. Prior to this, I was just doing it wherever there was a free spot. So I'm pretty stoked on that. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the new venue. And I hope you're as stoked about it as I am. Now, this review is going to be an interesting one because it's actually a re-review of a review that I reviewed towards the beginning of the channel. I had this knife for a good while before I ever even thought about having a channel. And I shot the review of it, and somehow along the way it got erased. And I didn't realize it until like a long time after, and I kind of just left it. But I posted a picture of it a few days ago, and a buddy of mine was like, "Hey, you should do a review on that knife," and I was like, "Heck yeah, like let's do it." So today is gonna be the review of the Steel Talwar XL. Now, as you can see right off the bat, this is a gigantic folding knife. This is a monster of a self-defense knife. This is what its purpose is. It is a self-defense blade. This is not a work blade. This is not a utility blade. This is straight up self-defense in mind. I'm not saying that this can't do work, because obviously it can. It's a cold steel. Cold steel makes insanely tough knives. They're known for their toughness. I mean, the triad locking system in the back there is among one of the strongest locking systems in the knife world. In my personal opinion, I mean, they do proof tests on YouTube of these locking mechanisms, and they've outperformed like so many other companies' locking mechanisms with ease, guys, with ease. I'm talking they put like hundreds upon hundreds of pounds of stress on this locking system, and it just holds up solid every single time. So this particular one has CTS XHP steel. The first ones that came out, I can't remember the steel it had. It was a little lesser of a steel. So CTS XHP is just a little better with corrosion resistance. Holds a little bit better of an edge. And it's done well as far as I can tell. I haven't used it for much, obviously, because this is just a ridiculous knife. Like I've carried this with me, to places, but I haven't obviously pulled it out in public because it's a gigantic knife. People would lose their minds and freak out if they were to see me pull this knife out, because this is not, oh, I'm going to open this package real quick, or, oh, I'm going to open my letter. No, this is like I'm going to freaking, so I haven't done too much with it, just due to its gigantic size, and it's a bleeding shame because it's an awesome knife. There is a large version of this guy, which is a 4-inch blade. So this is a 5.5-inch blade on this guy. And there's also a smaller version, I believe. I can't remember the size on that one. But anyways, so this one here is a 5.5-inch blade, CTS XHP steel. It's a Persian-style blade. It says on various websites it's a trailing point. It's a Persian blade, 100%. I don't know if that's another word for trailing point, but Persian sounds a hell of a lot cooler, so that's what I'm going with. That's what I'm sticking with. So you got a full flat grind on this guy. You got like a swedge on the top of the spine here, which I'm not sure if that's, that could be like a bone breaker, or something like that. So you got a reinforced tip here. It's thicker up here. You got thinner on the spine. I'm pretty sure that's for like bone breaking or something like that, hitting on the radius and ulnar bone. So yeah, you also have the thumb stud quick deploy on there. So when you have it in your pocket, It's tip up right hand and left side only carry. So it's not tip down carry at all. So when you have it in your pocket, the thumb stud right there, you pull it out and it catches your pocket. And that gigantic 5.5-inch blade screams out of there like a bat out of hell. Plain edge, as you can see on this guy, which I love rocking plain edge. I really don't like serrations too much. The only serrations that I've used that I've liked personally are the VEF serrations from CRKT. Those ones are awesome. And Microtech has some insane looking serrations that I want to try out. We'll get to that later. Plain edge on this guy. So the handle is 7.25 inches. So overall, this knife is 12.75 inches. This is a foot long, longer than a foot of knife. That's insane. So you got a 5.5-inch blade. You guys know how I have insanely big hands. Like I talk about that all the time with knives. And this knife, I can get two hands, damn near two hands on this handle. It's insane. So, you know, you can choke all the way up on it. You can go towards the middle of it, and then you could go choke all the way back. So you got some distance to put in front of you for whatever reason, you know, you're using the knife, which is, I'm going to say it, primarily self-defense. Like this is what this knife was created for. This is just not a camping knife. It's not a, you know, it's not a freaking... This is a self-defense blade, guys. Straight up to the point. That's what it is. That Persian style blade is amazing for slicing. And then you got that ridiculous point on it. Slice down, come back, cut the belly. And yeah, it's an awesome blade. The ergos on this handle are awesome too. So you can see that exaggerated Persian shape of the blade going into the handle. So it's got like that really nice flowing river type shape to it. So it feels really good in the hand. You got some jimping back here on the scales and the lockback system. So this is, like I said, the triad locking system. Insane locking system, guys. Now let me tell you a story about this knife. When I first got this knife, I want to say maybe the second day I got this knife, I was messing around with it and this thing was screaming sharp. Screaming sharp. I was messing with it and I went to close it, so I had it like this. You know, I had it hanging down like this, and I hit the lockback, and it still scares me to do it now. I hit the lockback and it drops down to about, I don't know what that angle is. I'm not even trying to guess it. It drops down to about there. If you assist it in any way, so like if you hit that button and you kind of swing it down, there's a point where it like sucks itself in by itself. So it'll pull itself in. So I did that. I hit the locking mechanism and went like that, and this thing shut on my fingers. And it was so sharp that I didn't feel anything, and it had bit pretty deep into my fingers. Such a clean cut. You can't see anything on my hands there, on my fingers. It was such a smooth cut. And I was like in such shock. I remember having it closed on my fingers, and I was like, oh my God, like, what do I do? What do I do? And I was just afraid to move at all, because I knew, like, as soon as I moved and the knife moved, my hand moved, I was going to feel it slicing even deeper into my fingers. Tripped me out, took it off my hand, and just blood coming out my fingertips. It was nuts. So this is a finger guillotine, guys. Like, if you find one of these and pick it up, because these have been discontinued for a minute, if you find one of these and pick it up, be careful when you're closing it one-handed, because it'll take your damn fingers off for sure. But yeah, so I call it the finger guillotine. Awesome knife. Like I said, it's tip up, right hand and left side carry only. Tiny little pocket clip. I wish they would fix that. I wish they'd bring it back and make a better, better size clip on there, just so it feels more secure. It doesn't feel too secure when it's in your pocket due to that little thing. This giant knife is only 8.3 ounces. That's not too bad. Like I said, I've carried it before, and it wasn't too noticeable, other than when you go to sit down or you bend down or something, because you got this big old knife bulging out of your pocket, and it's when you move certain ways, it's crazy. But just walking around, it's kind of really not that bad, to be honest. Your average pocket depth, I feel like it wasn't too bad. Like, it didn't go straight down. It kind of like, it kind of leaned a little bit, but I thought it was cool. I didn't think it was too bad of a carry. And just, I had it on me just because, like I said, I wasn't going to pull it out and use it because, I'm not trying to go to prison and I'm not trying to scare people to death. But yeah, it's a pretty crazy knife. So this was designed by Andrew Demko and president of Cold Steel, Lindsey Thompson. Andrew Demko makes some insane knives. He's done a bunch of other knives for Cold Steel, and he has like his own custom knives as well. I would suggest checking out his work, guys. Awesome designer. So yeah, this is just one of those wicked blades. Like, at this size, unless you're, I don't even think law enforcement would carry something like this. I mean, I know they wouldn't. Maybe military, maybe like a special op unit or something. I really don't know. Like, I mean, I understand what the application of this knife would be. I'm just not sure who would carry it. And I'm not sure how it would fare in, a real life situation because, like I said, I've hardly ever used it. I know it's Cold Steel. You can trust Cold Steel build and construction. They make insane stuff. But yeah, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. It's still pretty sharp. I mean, I've done my fair share of paper cut tests and, box cut tests and stuff like that. So let's see how the edge is held up. Still pretty sharp. Could definitely be a lot sharper. Like when I first got it, I'm telling you, right out of the box, this thing was insane, man. Cold Steel, all the Cold Steels that I've had so far seem to come with, oh, that was nice. Seem to come with really good edges on them. So they do a pretty good job at their factory edge work. But yeah, freaking gigantic knife. Real quick before we end off, I'll give you some perspective on size. There's a CRKT Obake. There's the Kershaw Blur there. The Kershaw Knockout. Spyderco. Tenacious. So, I mean, just the sheer size of this knife is insane, guys. It's novelty. It is novelty. There's definitely a huge novelty factor in it. There, like I said, the 4-inch version I think is definitely more plausible to use and carry in the real world. But yeah, this is just like one of those badass knives that you want to have for when people are like, oh, let me see your collection. You pull this freaking thing out, they're like, ah, like, oh my god, what is that? Definitely a cool knife to show your friends when they're interested in what you do and what you love. But anyways, yeah, that is the Cold Steel Talwar, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Let me know if you have one, if you've ever had one, if you have the smaller version. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you've done with it, unless it's illegal, and I don't want to know. Like this video, guys. I'm looking forward to a great knife review 2019 year. There's a lot of cool stuff coming out, a lot of cool lineups coming out, and I'm super stoked about it. If you guys do enjoy the channel, I'm going to leave a link in the description for my Patreon page, guys. Anything that you feel you can donate to the channel monthly to help purchase, new knives to review for you guys and to, production value and whatnot. I'd love to add editing and stuff like that into the videos, bigger and better. That would be awesome. So I'll leave a link down there. Whatever you guys can contribute, awesome. If you just love watching and you at least hit that like button and comment, that is amazing. That's all I could ever really ask for. I love you guys for it. I love you guys for watching the videos. And I just thank you for an amazing 2018 and look forward to an even better 2019 of knife reviews. So yeah, drop a comment, like this video, share this video, check out my Patreon page. I'm going to leave a button down here for you guys to click on it to subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. And then I'm going to leave another video up here for you guys to check out. And I really appreciate it, guys. 2019, here we come. See you guys later.